I find myself being called a mystic, a psychic. I find more comfort in being called a medium. I first realized I was gifted about 5 years of age, going to view an uncle who had passed. Looking in the casket, his body was there, and the moment I looked up, my uncle was standing there and started communicating with me telepathically. I'm Otto, originally from Chicago, residing in Gulfport, Florida, a wonderful, mystical, artistic area. In my early years, I was an artistic director. After that, I went into the hairdressing industry. With that, I have branched out. I help people with my gift by communicating with their loved ones that have passed, letting them know that they're at peace and where they have crossed to, and giving them messages that they most likely didn't have at the time of their loss.
My first impression of Otto was that he had a very calming effect on me. I was very nervous because the main reason why I was there was to have a reading done, hoping that my husband would come.
I met with her, and the first thing that I saw was her husband standing at her side.
He told me right away that Paul was on my left side, which was my heart side, and that he was there because he was the love of my life and always will be.
This woman was so stressed that she actually turned her home into a memorial for him.
My spiritual connection with Paul now is probably 100 times better, mainly because he's with me all the time, thanks to Otto teaching me to just take the signs and stop analyzing them and accepting them. So my relationship with Paul now is still existing.
My gift has given me the ability to help people by giving them solace, absolute peace, to be able to help those that are lost, to give them direction, to help them cross to the other side so they too can enjoy their new beginning. My strongest spiritual guide had been my grandmother. She was my teacher, my soul. She made me understand that there's more to life than what's here, and taught me to understand people.
I had an immediate connection with him, which I normally don't have with other people. He was just kind and gentle, and he just seemed like somebody that I could confide in.
He walked towards me and said, "I don't know why, but there's something about you that I feel." And right away I had picked up on him that he had messages that needed to be given to him.
He told me, "You need to see me. There's two people, a woman and a younger man, that would like to say something to you."
So while I was doing a reading with him, his grandmother came forth and she started asking me questions, and he was absolutely amazed. I knew of this through her because there were things that he's not spoken to anyone about.
But 2 days before that, for some reason, I drove 95 to 100 miles an hour all the way home. I don't know why. So when we had our session, he goes, "She also wants to tell you one other thing. Slow down." And I just died because, that meant, because I just always wanted to know that she is here for me. She always was when I was younger.
By giving him the verification that his grandmother was there, it gave him some type of comfort knowing that there is more than just this side. I've been questioned many times, why is my gift different than others, such as tarot cards? This is a spiritual thing that we're doing. This is an emotional thing. Tarot card readers can be very exact. It's a tool. A crystal ball is just something for someone to concentrate into. They're not seeing a face in that. It's just a focal point for them. I do it within the person themselves.
I'm Wendy Ollendorf, and that is Vintage, my little home away from home, and has been recently other people's home away from homes until our good friend Otto got involved.
A friend of mine had called me to let me know that there was a place called Vintage in Gulfport, Florida, that they were experiencing some spiritual movement in the building, and it was disturbing to the employees and some of the guests. So I had been asked to come over, and it took me 2 or 3 days to investigate exactly what my findings were.
The most damaging one, his name is Warren. Apparently he doesn't like 90s rock because he decided to rapid fire succession like ammunition against a wall this far away, 9 plates turned into fragments. We cleaned it up and we're about to go on home and thought, well, maybe this person needs to have a drink. And there is a wine rack inside of there, and they're all hanging in stone silence. Nothing, not a movement, not a breath. So I was like, well, we'll give you a glass of wine, but I don't know, what do you want, red or white? And on this side, there's the white wine glasses, and on that side, there's the red wine glasses, and all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, 2 white wine glasses just kind of started moving. It's like, white it is. And on the next day that he came back in, Otto went and talked to him again and offered him the opportunity. He said, you know, you don't have to be here. There's another place, there's another option for you. So Otto helped him go. Warren's gone, for sure Warren's gone. No more braking, no more lights flickering. I have nothing but extreme praise and belief in his ability.
Otto's character came through as a professional.
I am definitely a believer now.
I want people aware that there is more to life than on this plane. That if I can do this as one individual and start this little flame to totally start a forest fire of communication and enlightening people, because at one time you may be giving someone a message.